Hey guys, and welcome to my first video like this. But yeah, it's quite late at night. It's it's not late, but it's pretty much 10 o'clock. And I'm deciding to make this video now. I've made a few attempts, but couldn't get the stuff to sync with my computer and stuff. So I'm just gonna remake it all and do it just on my phone. Okay, so for starters, I'm gonna go over to all of these textbooks. Are they needed? Yes and no. It really depends on what you have access to at home. So if you have access to a computer with YouTube and BBC Bite Size and Cliff Notes, that kind of thing, you're fine. You don't really need them. But if you don't, you probably do need them. First, we're going to start off with the revision workbooks. So you got these are the ones I owned. I didn't really use too many of them. So you have maths, another maths one, PE, and then you have. I'll just do it from the side, be easier. Yes. These books. Focus. There we go. So yeah, these are the ones I used. I don't know why the last one's at Excel. I was a bit stupid. I really should have got the ones that matched, but I just saw CGP and got it. It probably, I think altogether these were like £35 altogether. I shouldn't. You can get these, they're quite nice to have. You take them to school, you go through them bit by bit, but the only issue is you go through it. Oh shit, I don't know how to answer this. What happens? You go to the back, I'll go find the answer. Oh wait, shit, it doesn't really help. It just gives you the flat answer, and that's not what we want at GCSEs. We don't want the just straight answer, we want how and why, and these books don't give you the how and why. So what I do as an alternative is, let me grab my keyboard, I will go onto YouTube and I will type in, so let's say maths 2016 walk through paper. Just type in whatever paper number you do, so just do a past paper, and then so if you, let's say you do this paper here, 2015 non-calculator full paper, what you do is, they do have this for the new spec. If you look at my first video, I go through YouTubers that actually do go through these papers fully. So yeah, you just go on this, you do the paper yourself, you watch the video, go to whatever question you got stuck on, and yeah, you kind of set then. It basically tells you how to do it and that kind of thing. Also, if you're not following my Twitter, it is there for my fantastic 43 followers, because I don't really use Twitter, but apparently everyone that uses YouTube uses Twitter. So yeah, that's my opinion on the revision, guys. Kind of a waste of money if you don't have access to Wi-Fi. They're nice to take into school, but you can take a past paper into school, do it there, find out the answer when you get home. Kind of the same thing. Okay, so, and also online is a lot more easier as it tells you how to do it. Okay, so next we're going to go on to the text guides. Romeo, Juliet, Inspector Calls. You will have a third one that you have a third book you have to read, but yeah, I didn't get that because my school gave these to me for free, so I don't really ever use it. So yeah, they cover like little bits. They're good for like a one-time read. You find something interesting out about the play. So yeah, you see kind of little quotes here, like he is quite sensible. He's surprised by that Romeo has so soon forsaken Rosaline and moved on to Juliet. As a good quote you could use, kind of apply that. So saying he's sensible would be 1 mark, and then the quote would be another mark. Kind of just bits of useful information like that. It's good. It's a good one, like, to read it once, go through it, make a few notes. But honestly, that book there can be replaced by BBC Bite Size, which I'll show you right now. I'll leave the links to the websites I use. So BBC Bite. Sorry, I'm trying to type it up. Romeo and Juliet. I've already got it up. So yeah, go on here. Pretty much. If you want to revise character, Juliet. See this? This is quality here. All you got to do is explain yourself, or explain these, and that's pretty much the same as the what they have in the book. So they have Romeo, and then they have other characters such as the nurse, the friar, the friar. No, doesn't really matter. But they don't give the big quotes for that. But if you really need to do that, just go on here and go best Romeo and Juliet quotes. I'm gonna say, Spark Notes is actually usually a good one. Yeah, Spark Notes is a good one. So little quotes, they'll explain it. You read through it. So that Romeo, then they'll explain it. Just write it down in a little book. So I have the character. I think, you know, I'll make a video on how to revise lit, because that was that's the best grade I got. I got an 8 in it, and I was a 2 a month before the exam. And ignore that little ad that's popping up in the corner. So I'll just go back to YouTube. There we go. So you have to make sure you check out that video as well. It's quite good. The other 2 books on there, I have PE and business, but business is just more common sense. I don't really use it at all. So yeah, it's just business is more actually answering the questions, because you can just do past paper, like the multiple choice one. That's just past paper after past paper. The questions repeat. So first one, Romeo and Juliet book. The actual book. You have this for whatever. You have 3 of these for each book. This one I was meant to give back. I kind of forgot. If anyone needs this, comment, and yeah, I might be able to send it to you or something. I don't know. So yeah, read this a few times. Know the play, not inside out. Yeah, pretty much inside out. You have to know it, like just the key stages and events, what happens. You'll be fine. Okay, you got your 2 science. I think for triple they have 3, but yeah, you have your science books. If you don't have access to freesciencelessons.com, and I'll go feature this guy again. He's in my other YouTube. He's in my other YouTube thing, but yeah, this guy, he pretty much is. He is this book. This guy is pretty much this, but he does it in 4 minutes 41, and shows you how to do it with visual demonstrations. Where this, you're going to here, you might not understand that, and yeah, I made my own book, my own science books, because I just didn't really I didn't like these. They're good if you don't have that, but if you do have that, I'd preferably use that. So yeah, these are good. They're good to use in class, but preferably make your own ones, which I did by copying the notes from him. Okay, the next one, your English literature anthology for poetry. Pretty much an essential. I did Power and Conflict. Your book should look like this pretty much for every single poem. Main one I think you should revise is probably your Ozymandias London. What else was there? Exposure is a good one. Charge of the Light Brigade. Storm on the Island. Remains. Bayonet Charge. They're all like poppies. These are all ones that will probably come up. Wall Photographer. These are like potential to come up, but yeah, I'll make a video on what I've got in here, and I can fill in the rest of these and then make a full video of going through them if you'd like that. It's up to you guys. So yeah, the English language 9 to 1 book. Yeah, this is quite useful. Helps you see this grade 8 to 9 answer. This is good. It's actually really did help me, but yeah, it is good, but it's not like a realistic question that you're going to get in the test. Like that's not what they really do. They go through this, give a 4 to 5, 6 to 7, 8 to 9. It's like, I wouldn't learn like that. I'll show you exactly who I learned from, and I'm gonna have to. Actually, no, I can just go on. I'll go on my YouTube video. So yeah, go under here if you want to find the person that I used. Go under here. Make sure you follow these. Go under English YouTubers. Miss Welland's English. This lady, she goes through all the poems. Definitely a must watch. And then basically, instead of going through those questions, 8 to 9 grade, she does her own 8 to 9 analyses. I think that's how to say it. So yeah, she'll go through each question and answer it. She does it there, here. These are like the most watched videos. Pretty much go from after this, pretty much from 1 year is what's relevant, so all the way up here, you should pretty much give all of these a read, and her. You know, I'm subscribed on this channel, because to my other channel I'm subscribed. Yeah, she's definitely worth a go at watching, because look, you miss all these people are missing out on this person's analysis, and I can say pretty much my grade 8 was reliant on her, and that Mr. Sales. I didn't really use Mr. Bruff too much, but I did use his book, but I don't have it because it was an online book. So yeah, GCSe Excel Maths. I didn't really use it, but a load of my friends did. This is because I prefer to use the past papers online thing, like what I said with that. And I did attend tutoring for maths, but pretty much all we did was go through past papers, and she'd explain it like what they did on YouTube. So I don't really know why I paid £10 like an hour for it, and I did not get my parents to pay for it. I paid for it myself, which is so. Yeah, you don't have the excuse of saying, oh yeah, your parents paid for tutoring, that's why you got a half decent grade that wasn't like shit. So yeah, that's your maths one. And this was probably the main actual revision guide I used, PE, because it's straight to the point. There's no revision YouTubers for PE really, and if there is, like, the course they do is pretty much outdated. Yeah, this book here pretty much saved me. I got an A in PE, so yeah, I use this and the revision guide there, but that revision guide's an actual past paper. So yeah, pretty much just go through the past papers. If you don't understand it, go through here, read about it. So let's say you scroll through, you don't understand, well, that's a shit bit to skip to. You don't understand the definition of health. Gives you it right here. Exercise, fitness, see, done. That's pretty much it. Like your national governing bodies, lists it. I couldn't really shorten it anyway if I could. So yeah, this book here, gold, but I'm pretty sure it is outdated now. But they don't really get outdated. It's just that more things get added to it, and they take little bits out. So probably probably 90% of the content on here isn't outdated. It's just you're gonna miss out on 10%, and a bit of it won't be relevant anymore. So yeah, there's that. Also, I'd like to give out a special shout out to, I need to bring this up, Mr. Bruff. His online books, I think he's got a website. So I'd say his books, these are the ones that I actually podcast about help. Where's his books shop? Ebooks. Alright, I'll show you the ones I used. I used this one and this one. These are the only two I used. I can probably vouch for his other ones, because these two were good. I think they'd be better than the CGP ones, maybe. But yeah, his literature one helped me the most, I'd like to say, because he gave example answers, and I actually used part of his example answer in my exam because it was relevant to the question. Like, I saw like a way he explained something, and I kind of didn't copy, I interpreted it, because no plagiarism there at all. Yeah, I kind of just wrote in my own language, but yeah, I'd like to give out a shout out to him. His books are definitely worth a buy, and if you know anyone that's already got them, ask if you can get them to like have a read over it and copy down notes from it. I do recommend the lit one. I didn't really read the language one too much, but yeah, that's pretty much going to be it from me. I'm not really that was my opinion of the books, but yeah, overall they're worth it, but not all of them. And there is other way. If you don't have the money, they're not like a necessity. Yeah, you can get them if you can afford them, but only get them if you're going to use them. Because people have all these books. Like, I have 17 books, and I cannot say I went through 17 books. Like, just make your own. That's what I did, and then that I understood that, and then that was for me. But as soon as I made my own, I couldn't really. I was thinking about giving it to someone, giving it to the school, and then maybe someone else can use it, but it wouldn't really work because the course changes. Because I did half 9 to 1, half 8 to U grades, and yeah, it didn't really work. But thank you everyone for watching, I guess. I hope you all have a good day, and yeah, make sure you subscribe to see more videos on revision, even though I've only got 2. But yeah, thanks for watching.